time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the InfoWar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. DNA Force from InfoWars Life. Globalists have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the InfoWar. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the InfoWar to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv. Alex Jones here to break down some exciting developments in the area of research concerning supplemental iodine. It's nothing less than phenomenal. I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. And I used some of the mainline iodine supplements and they upset my stomach and I had some issues with it. Until I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group, who I was already interviewing as an expert on my radio show, and I began taking the product before he actually rolled it out. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals that are incredibly powerful that no one else has as a source for their iodine from between 7,000 and 12,000 feet, literally drilled out of the ground. You put it on a hot plate, and it turns into the pure gas. No one else has 99.99% pure iodine. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. I was over 270 pounds. And with the iodine, exercise, and better diet, I have lost now more than 50 pounds total, and I'm continuing to lose the weight. I have more energy, my libido, all this crap came out of my skin. I believe our research is conclusive. This is the best iodine out there. And I know this for a fact. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating. This is trailblazing. And the best part is it helps fund InfoWars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of Super Male Vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
rebels have controlled the mainstream media for a long time, but now they're expanding, making the weaponization even more vicious and deceptive. All the major networks are state-run.
We are partnering this year with the NFL.
The NFL has become a political weapon against the Second Amendment and pushes Obamacare. MSNBC tells us that our children belong to the state.
We have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
The brainwashing media machine has been turned up on high, and it's time for humanity to double down on the true people's media and strike back against the tyrants that are destroying our civilization with their lies and fraud. We are the resistance. You are the resistance. You are the InfoWar. It is more important than ever to realize that we are not the alternative media. We are the true media. The establishment dinosaur press is dying.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
Join us at InfoWarsNews.com and PrisonPlanet.tv. Members can share their memberships with up to 11 people. By subscribing, you will literally be buying war bonds in the InfoWar to expand our operation in the face of the tyrants. Join us at PrisonPlanet.tv. Friends, we have done it. With Dr. Group's help, we have developed the ultimate male vitality supplement with 8 concentrated super herbs. This is the answer to the globalist war on male vitality with the estrogen mimickers they've added to the food and the water supply. And now our test pilot, our Chuck Yeager, Dr. Edward Group, is here to test his greatest invention. Doctor?
Thank you, Alex. I will now take 2 droppers to test this ultimate male vitality formula.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a momentous moment. Thank you, Dr. Group.
I will activate my muscles by doing push-ups.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the move. This is unprecedented. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see what happens right now. Oh, my God! What the hell? Wait. Get out of here. Shut this down. This is not safe. This is not... Hold on. Settle down. Get another doctor. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with him. Help him. Ladies and gentlemen, we did not intend for that to happen. I take it personally. Do not have those problems. Again, these are authorized herbs, well known to be safe. Please, doctor, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to cut to commercial for just a moment. Cut. Get everybody out of here. Super male vitality. It's awesome. Just not this awesome. Oh my God! What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, the dramatization you've just seen is just that. It is satire to illustrate in a satirical way the incredible power of super male vitality. It will not turn you into Conan the Barbarian, but it will help block some of the estrogen mimickers and reportedly let your glands produce the natural hormones your body needs. It also does have some other side effects in the human testing that we discovered, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to illustrate right now what that is. Let's see if I can do it again. It takes some focus. Up, and away! Start your journey to super male vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcodes with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.
Welcome back to our live coverage, our pre-election coverage here at InfoWars Nightly News. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining us, but you can join us every night at 7 Central if you become a Prison Planet TV subscriber, and of course that helps to support our operation. And you have access to all of Alex Jones's documentaries as well that you can share with 11 people simultaneously if you pass around your password. Of course, we encourage that to happen. Again, you can join us every night at 7 Central. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to be starting a little bit early with our live election results. We're going to start at 6 p.m. Central Time, so join us then. Now, joining us tonight is Anthony Gucciardi, and is also back again is Leanne McAdoo. We're going to be talking about what Democrats, how they're reacting to Obama, how they're running from Obama. He's become something of an albatross, hasn't he?
That's true, but guess what, David and Leanne? I have great news. The New York Post today, the headline story, we don't have to worry about election fraud. We don't have to worry about Kellogg's being loaded with GMOs, which just came out in a consumer study. We don't have to worry about anything. In fact, everything is fine because according to the New York Post, amid all this election fury, the top story is titled, this is real, I actually have the screenshot right here, The Fruitful Sex Lives of the Original Siamese Twins. The top breaking headline story. This is no joke. This is no joke.
I was concerned. I was worried.
Nothing about Bat Boy? I mean,
above Ebola, Bob Hope, Virgin Galactic, everything. The fruitful sex lives of the original Siamese twins. So let me just say something. It's time to stop taking the mainstream media seriously. It's time to stop going to these worthless websites because you're not going to get news or information. The last 15 seconds of this broadcast, which was live, when you guys were talking about those ridiculous videos and everything, was more informational loaded than 50 articles on the New York Post today, all about the Siamese sex lives and golfers and how much money they make and their stupid girlfriends and everything, just worthless garbage. And it reminds me of the elections. Because it's all a political facade. But deep down, you were saying earlier, you know, people ask, well, why do you write someone's name in on the ballot? Why do you write Ron Paul in? Or why do you even support Ron Paul in the first place? Because he'll never win. Well, first and foremost, he probably would win if the media actually treated him with some respect. And secondly, he probably would win if the voting machines weren't 100% rigged. But the most important thing is anyone should run because it actually spreads a message, because it gets media coverage. Why do we do publicity stunts? Why do we do anything? To get the word out. It's not about even winning at the end of the day. It's important to vote for a real candidate because of their message. It gets out in the media. It gives them publicity. It gives them reality. It gives them things that aren't the fruitful sex lives of the original Siamese twins. It gives them real articles and real news and real information. And I want to hear your take on it. And I want to talk about a story in a little bit here. I was privy to someone I know, a contact of mine, was running. And he doesn't like it, but he's one of those people, I'm just doing my job. Basically, a Democratic PR front where they go around and pass out pamphlets and stuff for the Democratic Party up in New York and New Jersey. And they take that, they take the response of these individuals, they poll them and say, hey, who are you going to vote for today? Who are you going to vote for tomorrow? And they take down the results and bring it back to the polling agencies. And they get paid $10, $15 an hour. It's, you know, they get to work sometimes 12 hours a day. Anyway, he was telling me some very, very interesting news about how the polls are actually completely bogus and how these people are literally, it's just some of it, throwing flyers at people's door just so they can get paid and write it off, and then saying, yes, they told me they're going to vote for this candidate. So,
but it goes beyond somebody just trying to collect a paycheck. I mean, they do push polls to say, you know, by the way, did you know that so-and-so, you know, beat his wife? And so, yeah, they'll do that type of thing. But then they'll also deliberately skew the polls, famously keeping people off of the polls and then saying, well, because you didn't poll high on our poll, you can't get into the debates. That's what they did to Gary Johnson last time. A two-term Republican governor not allowed to participate in the Republican debates, even though he was elected by a larger margin and a larger margin in the re-election campaign in a heavily Democratic state. So that's exactly what you know, you don't want somebody like that running for president that could pull from both sides. Keep him out, keep him off of the polls. So they use these polls not to, well, they have two different uses. They'll report something to manipulate public opinion, but they do really want to know what you're thinking. That's one of the reasons I vote.
Well, it's interesting because at a bureaucratic level, all the levels are so ruined. It's kind of like that guy that was found to be, he was like 450 pounds. He was some top bureaucrat, and he was always eating donuts and falling asleep for 2 hours and then going home and making $450,000 a year. But I'm talking about what's interesting to me. Of course, we know there's corruption, deep, deep corruption, the voting machines, everything, smear campaigns, it's all bogus. But even at the lowest levels, the fundamental gathering of this information, not even the smearing and contortionist attitude of these polling companies, but the fundamental gathering now is so bad that these Democrats are actually going around just throwing flyers at people's windows and just writing down, yes, Mr. Johnson said he will definitely be voting along with his whole family for the Democratic National Party. Like, it's completely